I was drawn to photography as a kid as a way to communicate with the world or to understand the world.
When I was in 5th or 6th grade, I went to my father's studio and watched him in the darkroom, and it was fascinating to see this image come to life from a blank piece of paper.
To see the white paper just suddenly become the photograph that I took, it was thrilling.
It's always been about people, cultures, human behavior. That's what fascinates me, that's what interests me.
All my pictures, in one way or another, are about trying to find a connection in the world. But at the same time, that's a lonely endeavor.
I've always been drawn to a subject's essence and the idea that I can share that experience with a relative, a new friend, a stranger.
My assistant had a cup filled with purple paint. He threw it in the air, and all of us on set looked, and we couldn't believe it. We looked at each other with surprise, and then we turned to the monitor, and sure enough, there was this image of a purple shoe suspended in the air.
It was this stunningly beautiful, serene, quiet scene, but everything was wrong because this roller coaster was sitting in the water like this.
The image of the man in the brown hat was from a series I did in Rwanda. I photographed people who had forgiven the killers of their family during the '94 genocide.
I think taking the care to make a fine print, you come to understand the image and your vision much more deeply, much more clearly.
It respects and honors the craft of photography like nothing else.
Everything begins and ends with a print. It's the object, it's the carrier of your story.
The joy of making a black and white print is a personal experience that comes from having that object to hold and to pass on.
There's no better way to preserve your legacy than as a photographic print on a piece of paper.
And when I'm thinking about my legacy, what I leave behind, I want that to last long after I'm no longer here.